Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today marks Tuna's second day working at Alex's company, but it quickly turns into a nightmare. Alex is violently shoved into a glass table, shattered glass slices deep into his arm and chest, and he's rushed to the hospital in critical condition. Why would Min do something this extreme? And what secret is Tuna about to uncover behind this betrayal? Watch until the very end to discover who is truly behind it all. If you find this story gripping, don't forget to hit subscribe so you won't miss the next videos. Morning light slips through the thin curtains. Tuna opens her eyes and stays still for a moment. Next to her, Henry sleeps quietly in his small crib, breathing evenly. Day 2. Yesterday, her hands wouldn't stop shaking. Today, she feels different. Not confident, but not frozen either. She sits up and fixes her hair with quick, practiced movements. No hesitation this time. The white blouse on the chair catches her attention. Alex ironed it last night, standing silently by the table while she fed Henry. She puts it on and smooths the front once. That's enough. She doesn't need to check the mirror again. Tuna leans over and kisses Henry's forehead. "Mum's going to work," she whispers. "I'll be better today." Henry stirs slightly, still asleep. That small movement feels like an answer. Alex appears at the door. He doesn't say much, he never does in the mornings. He just steps closer and places his hand on her shoulder. "Today will be easier," he says. Tuna nods. Fear is still there, sitting deep in her chest, but it no longer controls her. Something else has taken its place: determination. They leave the apartment together. In the car, Tuna looks out the window as buildings slide past. Yesterday, they felt overwhelming. Today, they feel closer. Still tall, still intimidating, but no longer unreachable. She reaches for Alex's hand, not because she's scared, but because she wants to remember this moment. The car stops in front of the glass tower. Tuna takes a breath and steps out. She doesn't hesitate. Her back straightens naturally. She meets people's eyes when they glance her way. Today, she isn't just the boss's girlfriend. She's someone who belongs here, or is learning to. Inside, the office is already awake. Keyboards click, phones ring, conversations rise and fall. Tuna sits at her desk and turns on the computer. Her hands are steady. Chung stands beside her and points at the screen. "We'll start with file sorting today," she says. "Same folders, but stricter order." Tuna nods and starts writing notes. Not because she's lost, but because she doesn't want to miss anything. She follows the steps carefully. One folder, then another. When she finishes, she checks it again before moving on. Emails come next, short ones, simple replies. Her fingers move faster than yesterday, still careful but no longer stiff. Each time she clicks send, she feels a small spark inside her chest. Not excitement, relief. Alex passes by outside the glass wall. He stops for half a second, looks at her screen, then at her. He doesn't speak. He just nods once and walks away. That nod does more than words ever could. Tuna keeps working. The screen no longer looks like a wall of symbols. It's starting to make sense. The office noise fades into the background. She's focused now. "You're learning fast," Chung says as she walks by again. Tuna gives a small bow. She knows it's true, but she also knows why. It's not just practice, it's knowing that Alex trusts her enough to put her here. She glances toward the window. Sunlight cuts across the floor in long lines. Yesterday, she felt like she was standing still. Today, she's moving forward, slowly but forward. Then everything changes. The elevator opens. A man steps out walking fast. His face is tight, jaw clenched. Tuna recognizes him immediately. Min, Alex's college friend. The one Alex used to talk about late at night. The one he trusted. Min doesn't look around. He doesn't greet anyone. He walks straight toward Alex's office and knocks once before pushing the door open. Tuna notices Alex's posture through the glass. His shoulders tense, his expression hardens. Whatever calm he had disappears. The door closes. Tuna tries to focus on her work. She really does, but her eyes keep drifting toward that room. Her stomach tightens. Time stretches. 5 minutes feel like 20. Chung passes by and notices her distraction. "Are you okay?" she asks quietly. Tuna nods. "I'm fine." It's a lie and they both know it. Voices rise behind the glass, not clear enough to hear words, but sharp enough to feel. Min's gestures are aggressive. Alex shakes his head, firm, unmoving. Tuna stands without realizing it. She takes a few steps toward the corridor, stopping just short of the door. She doesn't want to be seen, she just needs to understand. The tension in the room is heavy, thick, like something is about to snap. Inside, Min's voice suddenly spikes. "You think hiding it protects them?" he shouts. "You covered for me." Alex stays calm. "I didn't hide anything. If you're worried, we reopen everything." Min laughs, short and bitter. He steps closer. Tuna's heart pounds. She presses a hand against her chest. Then it happens, a sudden shove. Alex stumbles backward. His body hits the glass table hard. The sound is deafening. Glass explodes across the room. Shards scatter everywhere. Alex falls, blood spreading fast across his white shirt. For 1 second, everything freezes. Then Tuna screams. She throws the door open and rushes inside. Alex is on the floor, struggling to breathe. Blood soaks her hands as she presses against his wounds, not knowing where to hold, what to stop first. Min stands there, pale, shaking. He looks at her once, just once, then he turns and runs. "You'll regret stepping into this world," he mutters as he leaves. Tuna doesn't hear him clearly. All she sees is Alex. "Stay with me," she cries. "Please, don't close your eyes." People rush in. Chaos fills the room. Chung kneels beside them, pressing cloth against the wounds. Someone calls for an ambulance. Tuna doesn't move. She keeps holding Alex, even as blood slips through her fingers. His eyes search for her, trying to stay open. The sirens grow louder. As paramedics push her aside, she collapses to the floor, staring as they lift him onto the stretcher. Her hands are shaking, covered in red. This isn't work anymore. This isn't day 2. This is the moment everything breaks. The ambulance doors slam shut. The siren screams as the vehicle lurches forward, cutting through traffic. Red and blue lights flash across Tuna's face as she sits beside Alex, her knees pressed against the stretcher. His eyes are closed now, too still, too quiet. She grips his hand hard, afraid that if she lets go, he'll disappear. Blood seeps through the temporary bandages the paramedics wrapped around his arm and chest. One of them presses down harder, calling out numbers and instructions. Tuna can't understand. The words blur together. All she can hear is the siren and her own heartbeat pounding in her ears. "Alex," she whispers, "you have to wake up, please, for me, for Henry." He doesn't respond. The city outside the ambulance window smears into streaks of light. Buildings rush past, meaningless now. Just hours ago, she was learning how to reply to emails, trying to prove she belonged. Now she's counting breaths, terrified of the silence between them. Her mind flashes backward. Min's face, twisted with anger, The shove, the sound of glass breaking, Alex's body hitting the table. Min! The name burns. Alex trusted him, protected him, treated him like family. And this is how it ends? No, not ends. Not yet. The ambulance jerks to a stop at the hospital entrance. Doors fly open. Cold night air rushes in. Doctors and nurses surround the stretcher instantly, moving fast, practiced, efficient. "Family?" someone asks. "I am," Tuna answers without hesitation. They push the stretcher inside. Tuna follows, her legs weak but moving anyway. She refuses to fall. Not now. Bright lights, white walls. The smell of antiseptic hits her hard, sharp and familiar. She's been here before, when Henry was sick, when she waited alone with nothing but fear and prayers. But this is different. This time it's Alex. They stop at the emergency room doors. "You need to wait here," a doctor says firmly. Tuna reaches out, fingers brushing Alex's sleeve as they pull him away. "Please," she says, her voice breaking. "Please save him." The doors close, silence crashes down. Tuna stands there for a second, staring at the door, then her legs finally give out. She sinks onto a bench, her hands shaking violently. Blood stains her sleeves. It's drying now, dark and sticky. Time stretches. Minutes feel like hours. She presses her palms to her face, trying to breathe. Images replay again and again. Alex smiling at her desk this morning, the nod he gave her, the way he said nothing because he didn't need to. Was that the last time? No, she refuses to accept that. Her phone vibrates in her pocket. She doesn't notice at first. When it buzzes again, she pulls it out with numb fingers. A message from daycare. Henry is waiting. Her chest tightens painfully. She wipes her face, stands up on unsteady legs, and forces herself to move. Alex is in surgery. There's nothing she can do here now, but Henry needs her. Outside, the night air is cold. Tuna wraps her arms around herself as she drives. The road feels unreal, like she's watching someone else's life unfold through glass. At daycare, Henry runs toward her the moment he sees her. "Mum!" he calls, arms outstretched. Tuna drops to her knees and pulls him into a tight embrace. Tears spill freely now, soaking into his small jacket. "I'm sorry," she whispers over and over. "Mum's sorry." Henry doesn't understand. He just pats her cheek with his tiny hand and smiles, trusting her completely. That simple trust cuts deeper than anything else tonight. Back home, Tuna moves on autopilot. She changes Henry, feeds him, tucks him into his crib. She sits beside him until his breathing evens out again. Only then does she let herself break. She presses her forehead against the crib rail, silent tears falling. This morning, she promised to work harder. She didn't know she'd be fighting to keep her family together by nightfall. Her phone buzzes again. Unknown number. Her heart jumps as she answers. "Hello?" "Tuna?" a nurse's voice says. "Your husband is out of surgery." Her knees nearly give out. "Is he alive?" "Yes, but he's still very weak." "You can come now." Tuna doesn't remember the drive back to the hospital. She only remembers walking down the hallway, her footsteps echoing too loudly, her chest tight with fear. She pushes open the door to the room. Alex lies there, pale against white sheets, tubes, monitors, bandages. His arm is heavily wrapped. His chest rises slowly. He's alive. She rushes to his side and grips his hand, careful not to hurt him. Her tears fall again, but this time they carry relief with them. "Alex," she whispers. His eyes flutter open slightly. It takes effort, but he turns his head toward her. When he sees her, something softens in his gaze. "You're here," he murmurs. I'm not leaving, she says immediately. Not ever. He squeezes her fingers weakly. I'm sorry. I pulled you into this. Tuna shakes her head. Her voice is steady now. No, I chose this. I chose you. They sit in silence for a long moment. Machines beep softly around them. Finally, Tuna speaks again, her tone different, lower, firmer. Min won't get away with this. Alex looks at her carefully. It's dangerous, he says. He knows too much. So do we, Tuna replies. And now, I won't stay quiet. Alex studies her face. He sees it. The fear is still there, but it's no longer in control. Something stronger has replaced it. He nods once. I trust you, he says. Those words land heavily. This time, trust doesn't feel warm and gentle. It feels sharp, like a responsibility she can't put down. Night deepens outside the window. City lights flicker like distant stars. Tuna stands and looks out, her reflection staring back at her. No longer the woman who was afraid to press the wrong button at work. Min's words echo in her mind. You'll regret stepping into this world. She clenches her fists. No, she whispers. You will. Behind her, Alex sleeps again, breathing slow but steady. Tuna turns back to him, takes his hand and holds it tightly. Tomorrow she will start asking questions. Tomorrow she will dig into files, accounts, hidden truths. Tomorrow she will find proof. Because this isn't just about work anymore. It isn't just about betrayal. It's about protecting her family. And somewhere out there, Min is still free, thinking he's won. Tuna's eyes harden. This is only the beginning. On Tuna's second day working at Alex's company, she walks in with growing confidence, believing she is finally starting to belong. The morning begins calmly as she learns her tasks and settles into the office rhythm, supported by Alex's quiet encouragement. But everything changes when Min, Alex's trusted college friend, suddenly appears. A heated confrontation erupts behind closed doors, and in a shocking moment, Min violently shoves Alex into a glass table. The table shatters, cutting deeply into Alex's arm and chest, leaving him bleeding on the floor. As chaos breaks out, Tuna rushes in, desperately trying to save him while Min flees. Alex is rushed to the hospital by ambulance, suspended between life and death. What was meant to be an ordinary workday turns into a nightmare, forcing Tuna to face betrayal, fear, and a painful truth. This incident marks the beginning of her determination to uncover Min's secret and protect the people she loves.